Race number 5 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 4:45. It's the PSC Insurance Handicap over the metric mile of 1,600 metres. And in replay, let's have a look at the last start win of Without Reason.
Just in front, now coming at it, Wild Galar and Talent School Without Reason. Switch back to the insiders, starting to work home okay. And further back is Gold Vein, and then came Wee Ripper, who's down the outside. It's Without Reason in front from Princess Piero. Wee Ripper's going to flash late, but it's Without Reason in front of Princess Piero. Wee Ripper rattling home, but Without Reason.
Without Reason is likely to start from the second widest gate on Wednesday, but it's very hard to get away from the speed rating he ran when winning at Ascot on the 23rd of January. He beat Princess Piero by a length and a quarter, and Princess Piero is getting 5 kilos off Without Reason, and she's a pretty decent horse, I think. Very, very good win. It's clear the stable have something of an opinion of Without Reason. Troy Turner jumps back aboard after Jordan rode the horse last start. I think if he can get a decent run in transit, Without Reason will be very, very hard to beat. Goes on top from number 9, Burgoyne. Third up on Wednesday, fastest last 200 when finally clear first up. Only fair last start off what was a fast tempo. Query runner here, has got gate number 1, gets William Pike for the first time as well. I think might be a bit of a danger, but his personal best was on a soft track. Number 1, Asymmetric, is probably the map horse here from gate number 2, will probably lead. Led over 1,412 at Pinjarra last start, did over race, so I think 1,600 certainly finds the front. Fastest from the 4 to the 2 to win last start and stayed on quite well as well. Gets a claim with Jade McNaught. And then number 4, Action Figure, I think will be suited by stepping up to 1,600 metres with a genuine tempo here set by Asymmetric. Its relations have been stayers, the likes of Outlaw Pete as well. The visor's been off and the blinkers have been on this preparation. Don't think he was suited by the tempo last start. Top selection in race number 5 is number 6, Without Reason, to beat 9, Burgoyne, 1, Asymmetric and 4, Action Figure. Race number 6 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 5:20. It's the Amelia Park Beef Handicap over 1,800 metres. And in replay, let's have a look at the last start second of Vintage Stock.
Well, and no run coming around the inside from Trade Prize. Action Figure starting to put in. Vintage Stock looks for a run with Admiration Street. Locomotive just in front. The run coming around. Stormy Ruler. Action Figure. Vintage Stock is late. Coming around. Gets through though. Dash to the lead now. Vintage Stock flies late, but coming around has beaten Vintage Stock late.
Vintage Stock will have to jump from the outside gate at the tricky 1,800 metre start at Ascot on Wednesday, but she did win 2 starts ago, and she was a very unlucky second, I thought, in what was a decent event that we saw in replay. Coming around is a galloper with a fair bit of ability. She matched him over the last 200 metres of a slowly run race, but the gap was already established before then, and Vintage Stock was impeded before she got out. 1,800 metres from 1,500 metres, that's a big tick for mine for Vintage Stock. The stable certainly got an opinion of her, and she goes on top in spite of the gate. Number 3, Damos, won 2 starts ago, then was third behind Burning Pride. Has had good late sectionals in all 3 of those runs since the tongue tie went on for Anne King and Alan Kennedy. We've got a bit of time for number 10, Victorio. He hasn't won for nearly a year, but he's on the quick backup here. Raced 9 days ago at Bunbury behind New Age. I think that form is reasonable enough. He split New Age and Summit Trail in what was a Class 5. Has been okay in some pretty decent races, certainly for this grade. And then number 15, Wee Ripper, the first emergency here. Needs a scratch in to get in, but comes out of a very high rating race, won by Without Reason. Had the fastest sectionals in that race. Was well beaten by Damos 2 starts ago, but it was very differently run. It was pretty slow, that race. I think this will be quick. We have Prue in it from gate number 1. She knows only one way. Top selection in race number 6 is number 8, Vintage Stock, to beat 3, Demos, 10, Victorio and 15, Wee Ripper. Race number 7 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 6 o'clock. It is the off-the-track supporting retired WA racehorses handicap over 1,400 metres. And in replay, let's have a look at the first up performance of Media Baron.
He led 2 lengths, Glimmer Girl, touched down towards the inside, then Sixpence Spent battling after sitting deep, and Paradise Square starts to bullock into the clear. Paradise Square went to Glimmer Girl, Torino. They went past the 150. Torino keeps boxing on. Torino, Paradise Square. It's Paradise Square, Torino, and now Media Baron. They'll split the line. Paradise Square won it.
Media Baron was third in last season's WATC Derby, and he made a pretty good return last month, as we saw in the replay race. Had a tough run both at the start and at the finish, but the fastest last 200 and 400 metres to get very close to Paradise Square, who he meets again on Wednesday. Was only beaten a long neck. 1208 metres is too short for Media Baron. 1400 is a bit more suitable. Emma Stent keeps the ride, goes on top. From the aforementioned number 8, Paradise Square, really appreciated the drop in class 2 starts ago to beat Torino, and then was beaten by that horse last time out at Ascot on the 30th of January. Was slow away and was wide throughout that when beaten favourite. Willing to give another chance. Has been going really well for Lindsay Smith. The query horse here is definitely number 12, Dicoletto. Was vetted last start. You really can't have this horse on his pure ratings, hasn't done enough, but they've got the blinkers on, the tongue tie on, and William Pike on from an inside gate. Goes in the exotics purely on suspicion. And then number 5, Superior Smile, second up on Wednesday, fastest last 400, first up, but a bit slower over the last 200. Expect an improvement and drops in grade from a 66 plus race that was pretty good, I thought, won by Special Delivery. Top selection in race number 7 is number 4, Media Baron, to beat 8 Paradise Square, 12 Dicoletto and 5 Superior Smile. It's now time to nominate my best bets on the Ascot card. Going to get stuck into race number 1 and number 5 for the Parnhams. Lookout, decent gate, think will be hard to beat. And then in race number 4, number 1, No Mean Feat, really taken with that Saturday maiden win. Think he can go on with it. It's easy to stay up to date with everything that's happening at Perth Racing. You can log on to our website or you can follow us on one of our social media channels. Until next time, bye for now.